Thanks for setting that up, Kilian. Perfect. Gerhard, over to you.
Okay. Okay. If we're talking about the moonshot, I would like to open with some statements, key facts. Okay, just to step in and to give the possibility to understand the vision behind a bit better. First of all, we are losing time because we don't use chances. Okay, and if you don't use chances, sorry, you don't use potential, and this endangers a common future. Okay, a useful future. We talk too much, we act too less. I think it was Charlie Chaplin from the Big Dictator. This quote. A few years ago, I think almost 4 years ago now, we were thinking about creation and co-creation, because we understood that on one hand there is, sorry to use it, Kilian, it's your quote. It's always about demand and supply, and that's crazy because there is lots of demands, there is lots of supply, but the problem is you cannot really connect it together, which is freaky, because if you look at this, yeah, this smartphone could potentially connect 7.5 billion people, okay? But this don't happen. So we approached it as follows. We were thinking about all those big ideas which would provide impact, okay? So why does this impact not happen? And the answer was because we lose time and we don't use the potential. And so we thought, what would be if we had this one big idea, and our job was to create a marketable company out of it, because economical issues are always somehow the leverage. Okay, if you want something to happen, there's always some kind of economy behind that. Okay, and so we said, what does a company consist of? There is marketing, there are human resources agenda, there is a product, there is a philosophy, and so on and so on. And so we said, let's try to combine all the expertise you need in one place for only 3 days, and just let people work. Let them unleash their potential and make them to work on just one job, just around the core of an idea. And so we did that for the first time back in 2017, and it was a huge success, because if you just let people do what they want to do and what they can do, something great will happen. So that's basically the idea behind the moonshot. And do this under certain rules. Probably the most important is all are equal. No one is responsible for one task alone, and so on. Yeah, and what we learned about this is that you can connect people and you can merge them for a certain period into a human supercomputer, which is not only a knowledge computer, but which is also a very emotional computer. And if you do that, you can understand what creation really means. So we think that a procedure like the moonshot could really could really change the world or a certain area. And that's the point. We're always talking about things we don't really need. What we need is we just have to meet up. We have to work on a solution, and we can do everything.
So,
can I add something on this?
Of course, Leon. You've been part of the moonshot 2 times. You can tell this probably way more better than me.